Hello, everyone. I'm Ozmourn, and I'm so glad to be here at Obscurathon, showing off one really great game and one not so great game, I will admit, but it's obscure and it's a cool speedrun, so I will give it that. But the first one we're going to be doing is an absolutely great game, both casually and in the speedrun. I highly recommend checking it out. It's called Liminal Ranger, a game made by a Tom Top. This was a one-man project, a very wonderful passion project. Our community is very small, but shout outs to Bagel Cat because she sent me this game one day and she was just like, I kind of want to learn a speedrun for it, and I was just like, okay, yeah, we'll route some stuff together, and so we did. Mainly she did, but I helped out a little bit at least, and I like really drove this home and I submitted to marathons all the time, and I was fortunate enough to show it off at SGDQ 2022. It surprisingly made it to a marathon that big, and I'm glad to bring it over here to Obscurathon in order to expose it to another audience. So, with that being said, timing is gonna begin when we head straight into the first level and hit a new game. So 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is the absolute pro gamer strat of skipping through text. We're essentially here in this corridor trying to visit our friend, but when we turn the corner and our friend isn't there, we turn around and something has gone terribly wrong when we try to find our friend. Essentially, our friend has gotten lost in the spaces between dimensions, and it's our job to find him. We start working for this organization that is meant to bring peace to the universe into the spaces between dimensions, and in the process, we're going to try and find our friend. And it's a very dramatic plot. This is Boss. His name is Boss. Please refer to him as such. And now we're going to go into the first area. We're going to skip the tutorial, but don't worry because I know what I'm doing and I can explain stuff to you. We're going to get a few of our abilities here. This first ability was the hammer. The second ability was the spray. And if we're good at the game, that is the only time in the entire run that we should be able to use the spray. Next, we have the pogo stick. The pogo stick, we're going to jump twice. Your second jump and all consecutive jumps afterwards, so long as you're not on the ground for too long, will always be higher. And what I meant to pull out on that second jump there was actually this coin. It's the teleporting coin. We're using it to get a little bit more height here. And this is also the reason why we got the checkpoint, because otherwise we have to do this whole section all over again. There we go, perfect. So all you have to do is shoot with right click, or shoot with left click, and then teleport with right click. And you can. I'm actually choosing the different. I'm actually choosing like the different abilities that I have with the numbers on my keyboard on the top. And so the rest of this level, we're kind of just dealing with enemy cycles right here. These enemies that are called bad vibes, if we have good cycles with them, we're easily able to get all of these memories pretty easily. And these things we're collecting are the memories. We're essentially talking to this hallway that we interacted with at the beginning of the level. And this hallway is sad. It's personified by like a shadow on the wall. This hallway is sad because he feels like no one appreciates him. But we're gonna collect the memories of people who have spent time in this hallway. And this the memories are in the form of these collectibles, such as the soda cups on this side of the map, and on the other side of the map, we're gonna be collecting benches. And we're gonna shoot the teleporting coin through here, and then use the hammer and collect this final memory on this side. And then we're going to take the teleporting coin, call it back to us, and leave it right here. We're going to come back to it later. And now we're going to go to the other side of the map, in which we're going to be collecting our other memories. Oh, I accidentally mistimed that jump, but that's perfectly fine. There we go. All right. And next, we're going to be coming over here. And originally, to collect the memories on this side of the map, the benches, we would have a route that led up from bottom to top. But now we have the updated route that leads us from top to bottom. Starting off with this one right here. And then let's see how the enemy cycles really... Okay, if we get this in time, we can probably get this bench before that guy turns around. Thankfully, the enemy cycles were pretty generous to us. And now we're going to collect this memory and then purposely get hit by the checkpoint, and then to come back here and grab that last bench. And now I'm gonna because I was weird with that enemy cycle there, I'm just gonna kill that guy with the spray for good measure. And since we collected all of the memories of the area, of the space, of the hallway before interacting with it the first time, we actually get to skip the first interaction. We're going to return to our boss, and now we are forced to get rid of an item and upgrade an item. The item we're going to get rid of is the spray, because it's like useless from this point on. You don't ever use it. And the other item that we're going to upgrade is the hammer, because each item in this game has an alternate ability if you decide to upgrade it, and the hammer's alternate ability is intended, but it's also really broken. And so, ooh, I don't like the way that I timed that. I'm going to try that again. You can essentially just fly with the hammer like this. And the reason that that works is because if you right click and then jump, you can get essentially just launch and fly with the hammer all you want. The other purpose of the hammer is to have you like float in the air. If you fall down, it'll keep you levitating. But there's also this ability you can use with it. And one thing about this particular ability is that based on the timing of the jump after you right click and use the alternate ability, that's how you know how much momentum and how much distance and speed you're going to get from your height. Technically, this particular section can be done with the hammer, and it's a little bit faster, but I tend to use the pogo stick in marathons only because it gives you a little bit more control over your character in midair. And now I'm going to come across here, and you could interact with this space, but for some reason the wall that prevents you from going to the next area, it's just kind of not there. It just doesn't reach all the way, so you can just walk around it, which is convenient for us. Now we're the space that we're trying to make happy right now is actually the hotel room, and we're gonna collect the memories of the hotel room. And the memories here are 4 light switches and 4 chairs. You know, the natural things you'd find in a hotel room. And we're going to use a hammer's alternate ability in order to come back here and go back to the beginning of the section. And now we're going to go to the other side of the map in order to collect all these chairs. And timing our jump very nice so we don't have to lose too much momentum. And now we're going to use the flying hammer over here to... I was so afraid I didn't get enough height there. Okay, we're going to use the flying hammer right up here. Boom. And now we're going to collect this checkpoint on purpose so that we can collect this chair and then get hit by one of these enemies so that we can purposefully get back to this checkpoint. And now we're going to collect this chair, reset checkpoint. And now we're going to bring back the teleporting coin hand, collect this chair, and then teleport back to where we put the coin to begin the level. And you can also use a hammer to get a bit more momentum and get more distance, even if you're just walking in a straight line. Since we collected all the memories beforehand, we're able to skip the first interaction with that room. And now we're going to return to our boss again. You would usually have to upgrade and get rid of an item here, but believe it or not, when you're in this menu of being able to choose an item, upgrade, and choose an item to get rid of, you actually have like free movement. So if you just reset checkpoint and then move forward, you can already enter the portal to the next area. And now this is like the only kind of downtime of the run, because we're following what we believe to be the spirit of our best friend that we lost 5 years ago. And there's no like platforming, there's no like abilities that you can use in this particular level. It's just walking from one end of the room to the other. And you also need to be a little bit careful because there are shadow enemies that like can kill you. But like if you know like where the shadow enemies are, if you just look at your lines, like you'll be fine. Like there's no real reason for you to mess up too drastically in this particular section. So much so that you can literally just skip the checkpoint that is halfway through the level. Like as long as you know where you're going, you're fine. Jump up these stairs, and now we're gonna go into the final area. This last area is the corridor that we lost our friend in several years ago. Oh my god. I did not mean to do that. Would you look at that? I forgot that if you reset checkpoint there, you get transported back here. And unfortunately, that is a time loss because I do need to get back up there in order to put down this coin. But we're back in action. All right, now we're going to jump up here and use the hammer in order to fly up here, and we're essentially just skipping all of the platforming that we need to in order to get to the next area. Thankfully, it's something that's really useful. Just skipping, look at all that we're skipping. It's amazing. And the 4 memories that we collect for the corridor is 4 skateboards and 4 vents, just the natural things you'd find in an outdoor corridor. And we're going to collect this checkpoint, come down here, and then reset checkpoint after collecting this memory. Please, thank you. Perfect. And now we're going to... I don't think that that's enough momentum. Oh, we'll see how it goes. Oh, that worked? Okay. I didn't think I had enough distance there. But we're good. And now we're going to reset checkpoint again. We're going to go to the final skateboard over here. Perfect. And then after getting this skateboard, we're going to teleport back to where we put the coin to be in the level. Perfect. Then jump up. And now we're going to go to the other side of the level to get the other memories. Coming up here. Originally in the route, we would have to get these from bottom to top, but now we have a way to get them top to bottom. Come up here. Grab this guy. Come on. There we go. And now we're going to get this vent right down here through this wall. Perfect. And once this guy looks away, we're going to grab it and then teleport back to where we put the coin. No! I accidentally called back the coin, but it's fine. I'm actually just going to reset checkpoint right here in order to just fly back myself. An unfortunate time loss, but still something that should not, like, it doesn't lose that much time. Like, not enough time for us to, like, go underestimate. But it's perfectly fine because this power with you have with the hammer is just so OP. You can just fly wherever you want to. It's ridiculous. All right. And we just have to climb our way back up. Perfect. Ooh, oh, come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Yeah, the physics of this particular ability sometimes can get a little bit finicky. There we go. Perfect. Now we can just interact with this space, and we can go return to our boss. And finally, we can just talk to our boss, and then we can call time in right now. 10 minutes, 35 seconds. All things considered, that was actually pretty good for 10 minutes, 35 seconds. In RTA, still 5 minutes underestimate with the mistakes that we made. That's still really good, really decent. But yeah, that was normal ending. If you want to find out what true ending is, you're going to have to play this game yourself. I highly recommend it. It is on itch.io. It is pay your own price, or essentially free as the developer describes it, but I highly recommend donating to the developer if you have some spare change, because this was like a huge passion project and it's a really good speedrun. It's something that I sunk my teeth into and I enjoyed so much more than I anticipated that I would. And I think that's just a great thing to support. So I highly recommend checking this out if you're looking for something new, if you're looking for something cool, if you're looking for something cheap. So yeah, that is it for me. For Liminal Ranger, I'm going to be back with one more run in a bit. Yeah, thank you so much.